Alright guys, here it is. This is the 2015 Arrma Granite BLS. You see the BLS ESC here. And this is what I've done to it so far. You've got, we'll start off back here because we're already at the rear end of the vehicle. I put this glitch buster capacitor on here when I changed the servo to the spring RC servo. I'll put the item number in the description of that servo. I believe it's a 15 kilogram steering servo, and with these Duratrax lockup MTs, it works awesome. Very fast, snaps right back to center. Very good steering servo. In the front of the vehicle, you can see I have the red aluminum shock tower brace. It helps a little bit, stiffens up the front of the chassis. You got the T-Bone Racing front bumper. I'll pan around to the front, you can see that. And underneath it, aluminum chassis plate in the front. Nice and sturdy, not going anywhere. Also, in the rear, I added the Arrma stock wheelie bar here, the two-wheel setup. I got it set to about a medium point, and it works really well. This thing loves to wheelie now on 2S. Speaking of 2S, I went with the SPC LiPo 5000 mAh 7.4 volt 40C. Awesome battery for this Granite. It fits right in there. And the only spacer I have to use is just the stock larger size spacer. You can kind of see the indents there. Works really well. Excellent LiPo. And then moving on to the front end here, this is where I've been doing most of my work, is on the front end. I went and changed the hub carriers to the Traxxas aluminum hub carriers. And also, I added the Proline Racing Traxxas slash caster blocks. And as you can see here, I have a few spacers and washers and things going on. You know, I think these pins that hold the carrier onto the caster block should have a captured end in them. And these stock Arrma ones just come with an E-clip, so I'm going to be looking for a bit of a replacement on that. But really, all I had to do to make this work was I added a spacer just right here, just a really thin washer in the lower control arm between the caster block and the lower control arm. And then on the top here, to attach it to the upper control arm, I had to just add a 3mm nut to the back of the stock screw that was in there, the stock bolt that was in there. And it works good. It does look kind of funky from right here, but actually I'll tell you, it works really good. It's nice and smooth. The action's like butter smooth, even with these emulsion style stock shocks. Still works pretty good. And that's just about it. That's all I did. Also, and when I replaced the hub carriers, I noticed there was a lot of play back and forth when you had the tire on, and it was just killing me having that much play. So what I did was I replaced it with the Traxxas spindle as well, and also I'll show you here if I can get this off. I put a washer. Well, it's not going to come off for me here on camera one-handed, but I put a washer behind the drive pin, in between the pin and the hub carrier itself, and that ate up all that left to right slop. And then the next thing I did to take away some of the slop in the steering in this Arrma vehicle is I used captured rod ends on both sides of the turnbuckles, and that seemed to cut down on some of the slop. And also, underneath this plate right here, you have four little stems, and On one of them is your servo saver, and it's got a 3mm nut on top of it. I tightened down that servo saver almost as tight as it can go. Well, I tightened it down as tight as it can go and backed it off about a half a turn. And I noticed that cleaned up a ton of the slop as well. And this thing just rides like it's on rails now. Even with the big T-bone front bumper, I'm running the stock motor and ESC in this thing, and it on 2S it loves to rip wheelies just all day long. So, anyways, that's about it. That's my Arrma Granite. Oh, and the body. I'll show you the body before we go here. Now on the body, on the inside here, what you're looking at is I did Gorilla Tape on all the main flat spots and the big areas, and then I filled in with liquid electrical tape, and that has added some serious rigidity to this body. Oop, dropped it. And now for the mounting in the rear, what I did was I added Velcro to the tops of these body posts. They broke, so I knocked them down flat and then cut a hole in the middle of it, stuck it over the top of the body posts, and then I also stuck a piece along the shock tower brace here. And then on the underside of the body, I stuck the corresponding pieces of Velcro, and it works awesome. I'll show you real quick. Just get this mounted on there. It works awesome once you get it lined up, and it all just kind of sits on there, and then you just, if you can hear the Velcro disengage there. Yep, there you go. The body posts still kind of stick out of the holes a little bit, and then you just rip it right off when you're ready. And it stays on through some pretty hard bashing. I bashed the crap out of this truck. Anyways, I love it. That's my little go over here of my Arrma Granite, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you loved it, if you hated it, whatever. Thanks.